Have you ever seen a flying car today? Maybe yes, but not that. Technically, there is no such thing as a flying car that you can drive from your garage to airspace. In the history of fiction, flying cars is one of the things they would like to see in the future. But instead of a flying car, we get a self-driving car. How fascinating! Machine learning helps us to progress in various different ways. Remember NASA launched a rover last year? The Perseverance rover lands on Mars precisely without human piloting during 7 minutes of terror, and it is all driven by itself. And it looks like Mars rover is doing some witchcraft to guess what is the strategy in the baseball game. But those only rely on specific technology. Those are machine learning. If you saw or handed a digital camera, you can see that the camera can detect my face and attempts to draw a box on it. So this is an example of machine learning. This algorithm is called face recognition algorithm. So what is machine learning? It means the machine attempts to learn and guess what the task to do. And Stanford University defined the phrase machine learning as the science of getting computers to act without being explicitly programmed. An early example of machine learning is the Theseus, the Mighty Mouse created by Claude Shannon in 1952. This machine is tasked to solve a puzzle with the help of complicated circuits below it. The machine should learn what is the fastest and the shortest possible path to solve the puzzle. But the thing is, Claude Shannon created this machine just for fun. In the same year, 1952, Arthur Samuel of IBM coined the term machine learning in his scoring algorithm in the board game checkers. Similarly to the Claude Shannon's work, the algorithm should remember the moves and score it based on the moves on it. 50 years later, those theoretical studies can now be applied today because we are not bound by limited computing power because we have enormous computer resources that we can use like cloud services. And yes, machine learning has different branches, and there is a lot of them, but we are focusing on this specific branch, which is the image classification supervised learning. It is the algorithm on digital cameras because it can classify which is a face or not. Image classification has different uses. Those driverless cars are powered on this technology. It can detect which is a car, a stoplight, a road sign, or crosswalks, even people walking too. If we will compare humans to machine, it is obviously that machine will win in classifying things in terms of speed. Let's have a visual comparison about the similarities. Here's the younger me, who doesn't know anything, tender to know anything. And here is the machine, who doesn't know anything, untrained to know anything. We have both similarities, right? We both knew nothing. And here is where the fun goes. Take a look at this example. When I was a child, my parents taught me what an apple is. When they taught me what an apple is, they taught me using sensory characteristics. These sensory characteristics indicate that an apple has a red color, sometimes green. It has a smooth surface. It is sweet and typically have a fruity smell. My parents made me realize that I can use my sensory motors to determine what an apple is. If I forgot what an apple is, it taught me again and again and again and again and again until my brain can recognize it. So today, when someone shows me this fruit, I can say this is an apple. A machine behaves similar to younger me. If I have a brain to process what an apple is, a machine has algorithms and divided into two parts, the training and deployment. A machine should be trained on what an apple is, but first, the machine should determine the characteristics of an apple. Unlike the younger me, who has a lot of sensory motors, the machine has only one single motor, which is the sense of vision. So the algorithm we got is a computer vision algorithm. and it just analyzes the pictures. The training algorithm trains the machine to learn what an apple on different visual characteristics. If we want the machine to accurately recognize the apple, we must train it recursively. After training, we can already deploy it so it can now recognize the apple.
So why does machine learning deviate to humans? Because they do their own work faster. If someone shows me a red fruit as a sweet smell and a smooth surface, my brain will react about a half a second and will try to say it for another half a second. So it takes me a seconds to respond that the fruit is an apple. If the machine is trained in fairly correct and optimized manner, it can respond less than 100 of milliseconds. That is almost 90% faster than humans. In practice, machines are better than us when doing some specific task, but it has own limitation. We must not always rely on machines. I'm not saying we should not use machines. I'm saying that we should use machines as an extension of work, not a replacement. And as always, thanks for watching.